Hello everyone, Kangaroo Ghiblis here, and today I'm going to showcase my Cursed Frogs build. Now in the background, I'm going to be mapping and showing you the effectiveness of this build. Um, I think I do a monster life map here. So the gist of this build is you are a curse user. Alright, effectively you have a huge screen-wide despair that summons frogs. You use a domain expansion that summons frogs. Um, the scaling of these frogs is 99% gem levels, so you want your despair as high as possible to give you perspective. Going from gem level 34 to 40 is effectively double your damage. The passive tree that I'm showing here is pretty self-explanatory. Um, you get curse magnitude, chaos damage, your standard chaos nodes. We do go mind over matter with Zelt's Oath. And the reason we do that is because with the alt quality to Gemling, what happens is curses get less mana used, or whatever the technical term for that is. Um, it's like 90% to 100% less if you have 35 to 40% gem quality. So you want 40% gem quality. That is your goal. You can get that with the Darkness Enthroned that I have, which is why I don't use Mage Blood. I use the Darkness Enthroned combined with, I don't have it Anointed, but you want Paragon. You want Paragon Anointed. This will get you the 40% gem quality so that Despair does not cost mana at all. This makes it so Mind Over Matter can work. We use a Heart of the Well with percent max on mana per kill. This means we pretty much always have mana as long as we're clearing the map, which, we will be clearing the map. This gives us a lot of tankiness. Combined with Zelt's Oath, we have 5% of life regen of our max life. So scaling life is very important. You'll see in the map showcase that I can pretty much just tank most of the stuff, and I'm pretty sure this is a plus fire damage map too. I have maxed out on all res, including chaos, and I even have rarity included. Sorry if it's a little shoddy. My computer isn't exactly up to spec. But combined with Zelt's Oath and Mind Over Matter, we have our curses. We use manacles for temp chains. We have a crap load of spirit for her declaration plus vitality. I have clarity, but you don't really need it. Double curse blasphemy, Arctic armor plus withering presence. Arctic armor is important because it gives percent armor per stack. I think it's around, what is it? I think you get 1% extra. So if you have 40% quality, you'll get 40% armor per stack of Arctic armor. And you get that one Uhtred's support lineage gem that gives you +2 levels. Plus Diala's, which will give you quality and levels. So it's like +3 levels with those support gems, I think. I don't have them because they're expensive. I'm kind of burnt out, but they are imperative if you want to stack armor. It's not completely necessary, but it is very useful. Combined with all that, you are one tanky brick house, okay? You have anywhere from a 20 to 30% less damage and feeble. You have anywhere from depending on the rare mob or whatever, you have 30 to 50 to 100+% temp chains, which is insane. Mobs don't get to hit you before you kill them, 9 times out of 10. That is who needs evasion when they just don't hit you? Really. Um, it's crazy. It really is. It's kind of hilarious how slow some of the mobs hit when you actually look at them, especially when you're playing Expedition. It's only like I don't remember off the top of my head, like a 30 to 50% temp chains for rare mobs, but it's something, all right. Um, that's kind of the gist. The items that I have on now that I showed before the map are probably the peak clear in terms of weapons that you can get. Palm of the Dreamer plus Runeseeker's Call. Runeseeker's alone is 90% of your gem levels. That's 12 cursed gem levels, man. The rest you can get from Prism Belief, Amulet. You know, you get +1 from Passive Tree, and you can even get rid of some of that. You don't need all that. If you have a crazy amulet that gives you +6 spell gems, you only need 2 more. You can put +1 spells on Ring if you want to, and then you can use the +1 from your passive tree, and you'll be golden. You don't even need Prism Belief. It's very malleable. It's very... You can manipulate the build to how you want it. If you don't want to use the Morior Invictus that I have, because I have so much spirit, as long as you can use her Declaration of Vitality along with every other aura, it's fine. You don't need clarity. You can go Mageblood. If you go Mageblood, you need either Lore Reef for 5% quality, or you need 5% quality on your amulet, not counting Paragon. But for Mageblood, you can go double Quicksilver with Bismuth, and you can ignore Morior Invictus's Elemental Resist entirely. If you still want a Morior, you can get rid of Elemental Auras and go, I don't know, Max or Life or something. Whatever. I just like the Darkness Throne because A, it's cheaper, B, it's still pretty strong. The only real thing you're wanting Mageblood for is the double Quicksilver for 50% extra movement speed. But that's really up to you if you want to push this far. If you want to get rid of the Grand Spectrums that I use for quality of life, you can go better rare jewels, and better rare jewels will go for spell damage, chaos damage, let me think, cast speed, and the rest is really negligible, doesn't matter. You want to go for effectiveness on prefixes if you craft your jewels. If you're crazy and somehow have voices, then you can really pump, because then you'll get just chaos damage, spell damage everywhere. And then you can truly get rid of things like the small chaos damage nodes that we have, because if you get, say, I don't know, Megalomaniac with like Void allocated and such, you can get rid of that entire line and go for the 4 small travel nodes up top above it, and that'll save you 5 passive nodes. There's so much you can do. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the build. It's solid, very good off meta build, tanky, incredibly tanky, probably one of the tankier builds I've played, actually. Good damage, very good clear for what it is. I mean, it's a frog build. So do what you will with it and have fun. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Enjoy the rest of the video.